I like it. I like the commitment.
It's the power pose of it all.
Yeah. You'll be more confident.
Yeah. You're good to go whenever.
Pause. It's because if I awkwardly pause, it's because my connection's bad. So then you'll know that's why. All right.
Full content.
Welcome to Tater Talk. I am your host, Justin Ledger. We are back in action for the first actual episode of the season. I'm with Zach. I'm with Graz. Graz is finally back. He's not dead. We thought there was a chance he was, but he is not. He is very much alive. So, boys, how are we doing?
Good. I'm interested to hear why Graz had a little bit of a pause there. You gave up social media for Lent. Is that correct?
I gave up social media for Lent as a testament, and I may have given up all the social media and totally forgot that, Slack is part of the social media folder on my phone. So, back from the dead like Jesus.
It's always a good sign when you're the producer for your podcast gives up social media for Lent and doesn't let anyone know. He just ups and leaves, and your podcast is like, what the fuck? He might be dead. So that's, if you're gonna look for a producer for a podcast, you want the one who gives up social media for Lent. But on that note, we do have the full crew together today. Very happy about that. Last week, we had Evan Drellick of NBC Sports Boston on. I was all by my lonesome for that. Gave him a nice little interview to open up the season. So everyone check that out if you haven't already. But this time, we're back in action as the full crew, the normal episode. And we're just going to jump right into it with our first impressions of the first full week of the season. So without further ado, I'll start with you, Zach. What were your main takeaways from the first full week of baseball?
Yeah, first full week. Obviously, as a Red Sox fan, a lot of people are saying, you haven't played anyone. We've played the Marlins and the Rays exclusively. But, we've won those games, and we're winning again today. It's Saturday, 1 o'clock game, 4-2, I believe. So, Red Sox are handling their business, which is great. I've sort of been underimpressed by the Yankees. They just don't seem like a team that's can win. They don't have that winning gene. They have all the talent in the world, and they're close in a lot of these games. But when push comes to shove, they don't end up winning. So obviously that could turn around. We're early days in the season. Some of what we spoke about previous to the season, I was high on the White Sox, and I've liked what they've done this far. The pitching is a little questionable, but I think their lineup's legit. I actually think they could stick around the AL Central for a little while. Twins are off to a decent start. Over in the West, the Angels are probably the story of the AL thus far. They're pretty much as good as advertised. Their pitching is still leaving a bit to be desired, but I'm sure we'll get into Ohtani. He's been awesome for them. Trout's been good. They pretty much have a full team there. The Astros obviously off to a great start, and they're the team to beat, which we all agree on. In the NL, the surprise thus far has been the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're 6-1. They've played some good teams. I don't know where this is coming from. Their pitching stinks. Their lineup actually is better than I thought it would be because everyone's, performing above and beyond what everyone slated them for. So, the Pirates are probably my surprise team. In the NL West, I know we love to talk about the NL West. The Rockies are off to a decent start, 4-4. They've played a tough schedule thus far. The D-backs are off to a strong start at 6-1. And I think the most disappointing team overall in the MLB has been the Dodgers. Their lineup has not been good. They have guys hitting under 100 in their lineup, including Corey Seager. Kershaw obviously has only started once. I believe he pitches tomorrow, so we'll see if he can, get them out of this schneid. But they are not a great team right now. And as I said prior to the season, I don't think the Dodgers are what everyone thinks they're out to be. I think they'll end up being a wild card team, which is what I said earlier in the season. I think Justin left.
Yeah, I got him. Don't worry. Okay. This is grocery time for Justin. Big moments for him picking up groceries. I don't know how you went through that whole thing and did not specifically talk about Ohtani. Ohtani is the man. I am all in. He's pitching. He hit 3 home runs in a row. It is the story of baseball, and I'm all in on that. Second, I think the Astros are going to win the World Series again. I'm putting it in now. 8 games in? I'm checking my watch. 8 games in. Absolutely going to win the World Series again. I don't know how that team is. They got better. Garrett Cole's good. I don't understand why people didn't think Garrett Cole was good.
Yeah, and they have a full season of Verlander. Graz, you weren't here for the last podcast, so do you have a World Series pick just so we can get that out of the way?
Yes, my World Series pick. We'll start right now. Astros over Nationals in 6. That's my World Series pick.
Okay.
Right now. I think the Nationals are going to be very, very good this year. And you didn't touch on the most important thing. Let's go Mets. The Mets are all over it right now. People are pitching well. No one's dead yet. I can't believe it either.
Yeah, I don't believe in the Mets, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I have no reason to believe in the Mets either. I mean, a week into the season, it's easy to get hyped about that rotation and everything they got going on over there. But I mean, it's tough to buy into a team that year after year just lets you down. So yeah, I'm on the Mets too. Going off of what Zach said, going around like the standings and all that stuff, what jumps out to me are the hot starts from the Pirates and the Diamondbacks, two teams that I actually thought would stink this season. I still think they're probably going to regress to the mean, but if I had to pick one of those teams that looks better than the other, I actually think it's the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks could end up being a force in the NL West, and especially with the way the Dodgers are looking.
Uh-oh.
That happens.
Did we lose him again?
I think so.
What the fuck just happened? What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Did I get kicked out again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You were saying something about the Dodgers, and then it just cut out for like 30 seconds, maybe.
All right. Do you guys mind if I just restart my computer quick? That I don't know what's going on.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Zach, stop this feed. Send me your part, and we'll just start from you, and I'll cut that in right now.
Okay.
So, like that whole long thing we have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll stop the broadcast and
we'll restart it. You
Yeah.
see what I mean?